Sometimes the things that you go through, other persons will not last a day. They won't last a day. And then they look at you and they're like, oh, she thinks she all that, or he thinks he's all that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. But today we are doing something new, we're doing something spicy, we're doing something extravagant, we're doing something great. Today we are going to be talking. Yeah, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking. So my podcast is just basically talking to y'all about what's on my mind. So, therefore, the name of my podcast is What's Really on My Mind. What's really on my mind is a lot of stuff. Like, it's like so many things on my mind. Like, I got a list, okay? However, the first thing that I want to talk about, as you can tell from the title of my video, life really be lifing. No cap. Life really be kicking us in the hip. Life is just, how do I explain it? Life is like a deck of cards. Like, you don't know what you're gonna be dealt, literally. And how you play those cards depends on how your happiness goes, your sadness goes, and everything like that. You have to know how to play your cards right. Real talk. But to be honest, life comes with so many unexpected surprises. Like today, not today, but like giving you an example. I was just chilling with my grandmama in 2021, and I was just chilling, vibing. I love my grandmama. I'm not gonna lie, I love my grandmama. Just chilling with her, vibing or whatever, and I decided, hey, I'm ready to move out on my own. So that's what I did. And I kid y'all not, life said, I got something for you. My grandmama died a month after I moved out. That's a surprise. Like, I would have never expected that to happen. And it's like, you have to be ready for the blows that life tries to throw at you. And it's crazy because you gonna get hit. Like, I don't care how perfect you think you live in, how perfect you think your life is going, there's gonna be something that's going to hit you, and you have to be ready. You have to be, like, it's crazy. Life is a journey that most people tend to give up on because they don't understand how to cope. They don't understand how to recover. They don't understand how to, beat life at its own game. You know what I'm saying? For some people, life can be too much. Life can be too much. Like, I will always tell people, those people that commit suicide or are depressed or who go through some kind of mental challenge, I don't look at them anyway at all, because I understand that sometimes you just can't, some persons can't handle what you can handle, literally. Sometimes the things that you go through, other persons will not last a day. They won't last a day. And then they look at you and they're like, oh, she thinks she all that, or he thinks he's all that, oh, they think they're better than everyone else. Nobody thinks that. Like, I mean, there are some people that think that, yes. However, when you look at me and you think that, I'm literally laughing at you, because I'm like, if this how I look when I'm going through, imagine how I'm gonna look when I'm not going through, and like, I'm at the place where God has me to be. Like, I'm just like, y'all really think I'm the it girl? And I literally lost my grandmama, almost lost my mind, like almost got locked up in the nut house because I was losing everything. But because I don't wear my problems, there were many people that thought I don't have any. Listen to me. Like I said, I don't look at persons with mental challenges any different because I've been there. Not with every mental challenge, but I've been there to whereas I know what it is to want to give up on life. I know what it is to want to say, I'm throwing in the towel, I can't take this anymore. Sometimes you can feel like it's a big rock crushing you, and you're with everything going on around. The bills aren't paid, no food. You have to take care of the kids. Baby daddy walked out, or husband walked out, or mommy died, daddy died, grandma died, somebody died. You lost the house. It's just so much sometimes, and like it feels like you're being clustered and being closed into this box to whereas you can't get out, and then you feel like you're losing your mind. You feel like you can't break free because everywhere you look there is something happening, and your mind can't seem to fathom, how do I catch a break? When will it get better? When will I have a peace of mind? And sometimes those situations bombard your mind to the point where as you don't even hear yourself anymore. I know what that's like. I've been there. So don't think that you're alone. Like, you got people out here like me, just a regular smegular person that has been through hell, bro. I have been through hell, and people don't know. They look at me and they're like, she ain't been through nothing. She got it all together. Like, she never comes out of the house looking like, she like a person who would actually go through something. Why do I have to look like what I'm going through? Should I have to look like what I'm going through? Should I allow people to get the better hand by letting them see that I'm going through something so that they can have something to talk about? I think not. Nope. Nope. Double it. Give it to somebody else. Nope. And honestly, with the challenges of life, don't look at the problem. Look at what it's teaching you. When I lost my grandma, that was the biggest, that was, I mean, I don't really think about her like that. Sad to say, because it was so hard for me. Like, that was my mom. That was my mother. She was my everything. Mind you, we had our ups and downs. Like, trust me, we were best friends. But then again, we butt heads mostly like every day. However, we got over it. But when I lost my grandma, it took me, I would say, a long time to heal to a certain point to whereas I can go on living day to day without her. But still, I have grief. I still have grief. Grief is a never-ending grief is a never-ending phase. I don't want anybody out there to ever tell me that grief ends at some point, or oh, you'll get over it. You will never, ever, 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 ever get over grief. I want you all to know that, because it could be 5 months, it could be 5 days, it could be 5 weeks, it could be 5 years, it could be 50 years that you've lost a loved one. And it's still as fresh as the day it happened. So if somebody ever tell you, oh, it's gonna be all right. It is going to be all right. Not saying that it's not. But like, I don't know why people tell people that when they're going through. Like, shut up. Nobody that is going through grief wants to hear that at the time. They don't want to hear nothing. Just be there. Why people can't understand that? But anyway, because apparently I was getting off track. When I lost my grandma, it was like a big chunk of my heart left me. I didn't know how to go on. I didn't want to go on with life. I didn't want to do anything else. I didn't care about living. I didn't care about anything. Like, I was ready to go after her, literally. And it wasn't until I started to heal a bit that I realized she had to go in order for me to grow. I look at it like that because I depended on my grandmother for everything, y'all. Everything. That was my lesson in losing my grandmother. That she had to go in order for me to grow. Because if my grandmother didn't go, I would have not been able to put on the mature mindset that I need at this age to be able to fend for myself, as we would say in the Bahamas, to be able to fend for myself, to be able to think for myself, do for myself, and not have to call someone every waking minute. Oh, what do I do with this? How do I do this? And how do I do that? I decided to research things on my own, figure out how to do stuff on my own. And that helped me to grow. And it's hard because when I reach my accomplishments from being able to do this all by myself, I can't call her anymore to tell her and give her the good news because she would be the first person that I call. So this is what I mean when I say life be life, and like life be trying to kick us dead far up in the hip. Real talk. But I love life. Life be kicking the hell out of my hip, but I love life. Because I could wake up with God's assistance, of course. Like he has to wake me up first. But I could decide when he wakes me up to either take the day as nothing, take the day as and criticize it. Oh, I don't know why this is happening, and I don't know why that is happening, and I don't know why I have to be in this situation, and why do I have to go to this lousy job, and why do I have to be with this lousy man, or why do I have to be this? Like, why do I have to look like this and all of that? I could wake up and be like that, but I love life. I could have the worst day at work, come home, cry, because I'm very emotional, so I cry a lot, and I think I got that from my grandmother. I could go to work and have the worst day possible. They won't know it. When I reach home, I would cry. I mean, I would bawl out in tears. Listen to me. I would bawl out in tears. I could fill a bucket with how much tears I would let out. And once I cry, I pray about the situation. And I'm like, God, let's make tomorrow better. Let's start a new day. Let's do something new. Let's forget about what happened today. And let's look forward to this brand new day that you have blessed me with a new mindset, with a new outlook, without remembering what happened. And I take the new day, I run with it. And if an obstacle happens again, I go home, I cry, I let it out, and I look forward for another day. Because the next day, you never know. You have to choose to be happy. Literally. Like, I learned that after going through after going through so much, I learned that happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice because life ain't gonna stop throwing those blows. I want y'all to know that. Life is not gonna stop throwing those blows. It's not. Like, at all. In fact, it's gonna get more intense, more intense, more intense, more intense, more intense. It's gonna start getting more intense. And you have to choose to either let it make you better than what you are, because sometimes life be throwing those blows at you to say, hey, time for you to wake up and change your ways. Time for you to wake up and change your attitude. Time for you to wake up and become a better person. That's why that's majority of the times what life be trying to teach us. To become a better person. To be better. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like to have a change of heart, if you know what I mean. And so happiness literally is a choice. And after being depressed for years and years and years and years and years and years, and depression can feel like a whole, I'm gonna go into depression, grief, and all of that in other videos in another day, another time. But today we're talking about life and how it's lifing. And like I was saying, happiness is definitely a choice. Because I was depressed for years, I felt like I was in a hole, like a deep hole that I couldn't get out of. And it was just one day I decided, you know what? I'm not getting anywhere just staying sad. Like there's a whole world out there, yo. Like this year I traveled so much in the space of 3 months. And it's like, imagine if I had stayed depressed, stayed in my apartment by myself, just enclosed from the world, not wanting to let the world in. I would have never experienced what I experienced in this past month, like the month before last, which was like August. Yes, I would have never experienced that. Like, and I had so much fun. Like, I felt so free. Like, I mean, I was scared as hell because I hate planes. I hate planes, honestly. I hate planes, but it was just like happiness is a freedom that you can't buy. You can't buy. And I love happiness because the fact that you can choose to be happy. When you decide to be happy, the littlest of things will mean the most to you. I don't have a fancy car. I don't have my home yet. I don't have my dream job. Well, dream career. I don't like the term job. I'm in a career now, but it's not my dream career. However, I make it work. And sometimes in life, you just have to make things work. Whether you like it or not, you have to make things work. Because if you are, seeing as I'm on the topic of career, if you're in a career that you don't like, but you make it work, you never know what God has in store just because you decided to make the most of what He provided for you at the time. You don't know when that blessing come in, when that door is going to open for you to be able to walk into your dream career. You don't know because you decided to be happy with where you are. Be content in where you are. Literally. That's how you will overcome life challenges like all the time. Being able to be content in your situation. Be content. Be happy. Don't complain. Because there are people that wish they were in the situation that you are now that you're complaining about. But to them, that's glory. That's heaven. That's freedom. That's peace. When they look at you. But you're complaining because it ain't where you want to be at. But have you ever thought maybe you're still in this situation because God is trying to tell you or teach you something that you can't seem to learn? Why do you think you keep going through the same cycle in life? You keep going through the same cycle, the same cycle, the same cycle, the same cycle. Every day you wake up, it's the same thing, the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. You keep complaining about the same thing. But you're not understanding that you cannot move on to the next level. You cannot move to where God has for you to be until you understand what it is He's trying to teach you. Seriously. Also, yeah, we consider it that life be lifing. Life be lifing. It does. But it's about how you allow life to life you. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. How do you allow life to life you? And honestly, I feel like even though I said that like that, my young people, the persons in my generation will understand that. So yeah. How do you allow life to life you? Do you let it knock you down? keep you down, roll you over, turn you over, toss you to the side, toss you from here to there to the next place? Or do you take that blow and turn it into something magical that works for you? Life can be lifing, but if you choose to be happy and if you choose to be content in whatever situation you may be in, you are victorious every single time, bro. Victorious every single time, bro. Like, life could never say it beat you up if you happy and content in every situation. You're grateful in every situation. You're not a complaining person. You're not a negative person. You don't just look, you don't, it's not the first thing you look at. The negativity is not the first thing you look at. Life can never beat you down if you are a person that is always optimistic, hopeful that there is something better on the other side of this, that there is something greater on the other side of this, that there is something that is going to blow your pants off on the other side of this. Life can never beat you, bro. And don't ever allow life to beat you, bro. Don't ever do that. Why do you want to do that? Why? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to allow something that you can, in a sense, have control over at a certain point to try to take control of you? Yes, God ordains our life. God ordains our steps. God ordains our path. And sometimes there are going to be obstacles in our way. We can choose to use it as hurdles, as stepping stones, or as a blockage. What are you going to choose when life be lifing? What is it going to be to you? A blockage? A hurdle? A stepping stone? What are you going to use it for? Are you going to use it as a pillow to cry and sleep and complain on? What are you going to use it for? Or are you going to use it as a push? A push to get you where you need to get. You're going to use it as a wake-up call to get yourself together. What you going to use it for? What you going to use it for? And so, honestly, I am the happiest I've ever been. Yes, there are spur of moments that I have grief, that I have a whiff of sadness. And I have realized that when you have a whiff of sadness or a whiff of anger or something, and you play on that, you play on that, and you play on that, and you just allow that to expand, that's when you get to depression. I don't care if I was sad last night. I'm gonna do my little cry or whatever, and I'll be like, okay, that's enough. I just need to get out a little bit of tears. But I'm not going to continue to allow that to build up on the inside of me so that I can continue to be sad. Like I live to be sad. Like, I wake up and I have to be sad again. Like, I can't let it go. Like, let that go, bro. Let that go. Those situations in your life that has been keeping you back, let that go. Listen to me. When I decided to let depression go, I've never seen peace, and I've never felt peace. I say see peace because you could be blinded from everything when you are depressed, when you are going through, like when you just like so done with everything, you could be blind to everything. You could be blind to happiness. You could be blind to peace. You could be blind to confidence. You could be blind to so many different things, like for real. Seriously. And so when I got out of that depression, the peace, the passive all understanding that I felt, I never wanted anything else. And so y'all, today, I just needed to release a little bit. I just needed to say what's really what's really on my mind. And life was really on my mind, honestly. And so to y'all out there, to you out there who feel like you cannot make it, baby, you can make it. If I can make it, you can make it. To you who feel like you can't get there, you can get there. To you who feel like you're not beautiful enough, baby, you so beautiful. Tell the word beautiful ain't got nothing on you. Like, y'all gotta believe in yourselves. Y'all gotta know that y'all are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image and likeness of God. Like, baby, let me tell y'all something. Somebody told me one time ago, when God created them, he broke the mold. And I say the same thing now. When God created me, he broke the mold. There could never be another me. Why would I want to be somebody else when I am me? I don't care who thinks my dramatics are just too much. Baby, that's me. That's how God made me. And so that's going to be me until the end of me. You feel me? So, like, y'all gotta stop letting life, y'all. Stop letting life, y'all. Fight back. Be happy. Live your life. If y'all young like me, y'all better live. I just starting to live, and I miss out on a couple good years. But trust me, I'm finna be living right now. I started already. And I'm gonna continue to live. And I'm gonna continue to enjoy life. Because we were created to worship God. We were created to be his creatures. But we weren't created to not enjoy the life that he gave us. Why would he put us here to just be sad, to complain, to be angry, to sulk, to just be depressed, to just be in a hole? Why would he put us here for that? That makes no sense. God is all loving. So knowing that he's all loving, he is full of life. He said he's the truth and the life. Like, he's life. So why you don't want to enjoy life if God is life? Like, and if you say you love God and you don't like your life, baby, you sure you love God? Because God is life. So if you don't love your life, but then you say you love God, it's not clicking, Steven. It's not. It's like not clicking, like for real. Love your life. Don't allow what you're going through to cause you to miss out on the best years of your life. Don't. God has so much in store for us, and if we would get out of our own heads, oh, I have another topic to talk about, the mind. Oh, I could talk about that for hours. Get out of your head and enjoy your life. Don't let life enjoy life with you. Enjoy your life. That's basically all I gotta say. That's it. That's what's really on my mind. And so until next time, y'all. Do what it do. Be you, and we all gonna get through. And I will see y'all on the next episode of What's Really on My Mind. Love y'all. See y'all later. Bye.